Well, I don't think this qualifies as compulsive buying disorder. Look at how many screwdrivers you give with this. And look at the price. Holy shit. A set like this will be like $70 at Home Depot. Hello guys, welcome back to S3D. And yeah, again, I'm doing another video about McFarlane, I guess. Yeah, started out as, me doing some stupid things about certain type of content. People start calling me out. And then, I saw his opinion about certain type of figures. Now people think I'm some sort of a McFarlane hater. Now, let me just be clear. I respect him as an artist, and I think most people know that he's kind of like a, kind of an asshole, when it comes to some of his personal opinions, I guess. I do used to respect him, like I said before, for his criticism of the toy industry. He's saying like other companies are super lazy. And in 2021, McFarlane Toys did actually win like the #1 action figure selling company award based on supposedly real sales. So that was kind of impressive. But, when you're competing against a company like Hasbro and Mattel, who is just, known to be super lazy and cranking out crap, the bar is set really, really low. Now, let me put some things in perspective. Not everything McFarlane make is crap, but then at the same time, not everything Hasbro and Mattel make is crap. There's some nice stuff every once in a while. I'll sprinkle out through like the piles and piles of crap that they make, right? But here's my argument about McFarlane. He criticized these big companies about, churning out crap, right? But McFarlane Toys is doing the same thing. They have so many toy lines, and we can just go back to recent history and you can realize a lot of the stuff that he put out is just junk that goes on clearance. For example, a couple of years ago, remember the South Park set? Horrible, horrible. I was really big into that. I bought every single set. That was like maybe close to 7 years now. Yeah, but I was a big fan of those. The quality on those things were absolutely terrible, from the paint job to the set not sticking together. In fact, I saw a set to Europe, right, for $100, like the whole classroom set, and it was missing like a third of the pieces. And my customer in Europe were never able to get replacements. Imagine paying $100 for a set like that and just not getting any replacement. I even contacted McFarlane Toys myself, and nobody responded. I sent them about like 10 to 12 emails. No response. Try calling their number, nothing. So yeah, it's really sad. And not only that, we have the Walking Dead stuff, the Game of Thrones. Basically, he just go after any of the big properties that he think he can make money off. And those things don't turn out the way he wanted it, yeah, and I'm glad in 2021 they won the #1 selling toy award for the action figures. But I don't know. I don't think he's gonna win any more awards after that, because the stuff. Like I said, the quoting another egotistical CEO, Bob Iger of Disney. When you have enormous amount of quantity, the quantity dilute the quality. And I see that, hopefully, they learn the same lesson as other companies that are, feeling the burn right now. Is they need to slow down and start focusing on making better figures instead of churning out piles and piles of crap. Another company would be a very good example would be Bandai Nations. Look at all the stuff they're flopping on every single line that they're making, from Godzilla. I was really surprised to see that figure being such a low quality figure for the price point. And not only that, I feel like every company is just like trying to flood the market with stuff, and nothing is sticking because the quality is just not there. And yeah, I mean, look, if he wants to, he can have his own personal opinion. We all know that he's an asshole about these kind of things. But also to point out another thing, okay? I guess like the guy who runs the company feels like his collectible action figure toy line is supposedly for boys. We're talking about kids. I noticed originally, I think the figures were rated for ages like 14 plus. Maybe I was wrong about that, but now it's like 12 plus. I wonder if he lowered the age limit on those action figures. But if it is intended for children, then there's also another reason that it doesn't make any sense. Because, a lot, like I said, I think in my previous video, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. But those figures, those characters, and those specific versions of those characters, I don't think like children know anything about those. I think a lot of those characters are still like, from comics in the last, at least go back 15 years. So, yeah, I don't really think kids would be reading comic book these days and be familiar with like half the character, maybe more than half the character, or the versions of those characters that he's releasing now for retail. So, yeah, maybe like the movie characters, from recent movie releases, they may know because they go watch the movie and stuff like that. But I don't know, half of those characters, like, to me, just don't make any sense that he's putting out. So, yeah, I mean, really, though, if he's actually thinking that his characters are designed for children, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to make female characters, then that's another reason for collectors probably not to touch the line, because the stuff is intended for children, according to the guy who owns the company, right? So, yeah, it's something really, really wrong here. Some people say it's like delusional. I think he's out of touch. I think he's stuck in 1994 or something like that. And he haven't figured out, times change. Yeah, literally, he's putting out a line of figures called Collector's Edition. Like, when's the last time you heard something like that? I haven't heard Collector's Edition since in the 90s, where, those gimmicky things that makes you think, like, this thing has value and stuff like that. And then he wants to charge more money, just like the big companies. So, I don't know, man. You know what? I'll be honest with you. If I was into DC characters, I save my money for Mayfix. Like, they're churning out like quality over quantity. Like, the problem with McFarlane, I feel, it's just like, he's doing everything that he criticized the big companies for doing, like churning out piles and piles of crap, except he's doing the exact same thing. So I do have to call hypocrisy on that. I'm sorry. So it is what it is. I hope we can put this matter to bed. If he can focus on putting out good quality figures, I really don't have anything to say other than, if you don't care about female characters, you might want to avoid the brand, because the guy who runs it just it's very opinionated about certain type of characters. And, if he's running the company, and he feels that way about, these type of figures, I don't think anybody's going to challenge him within the company. And it's like, no, I don't care what the boss says. I'm going to release a whole entire wave of these type of figures. Yeah, probably lose his job or something. Thanks for watching.